San Francisco this last Sunday truly looked like a near perfect team. Their defense was stifling and their offense moved the ball at will, and this is all against a playoff team. Maybe more importantly though, Brock Purdy didn't turn over the ball at all. But there's still a major issue on this offensive line that could plague this team deep into the playoffs and may cause their whole entire season to come to a crumbling halt. So in this video, I want to break down Jacksonville footage as well as giving a possible solution to the offensive line issue. To start out, I do want to mention Trent Williams was injured this game and he said he wasn't back to full health. So before we break down the footage, that's fair to note. Also, we'll notice that Jon Feliciano is the starting left guard in this game in place for Aaron Banks. Starting out, I do want to examine San Francisco's pass blocking because that's where they've struggled all year. They're coming in at 22nd across the NFL in pass block win rate. I want to examine this incomplete pass from Brock Purdy. You'll notice right away Jacksonville is bringing the blitz, and while this is extremely hard for an offensive line to pick up, what I would like to see in the future is Jake Brendel looking to the right and making sure there's no blitz coming. For example, if you look at it right here, watch how Jake Brendel is drawn towards the defensive tackle, but he's not paying attention to what's happening at the secondary level, which is a blitz coming right at him. And right now, he's free to block a guy, but he just whiffs, and that allows Christian McCaffrey to kind of be put in a bad spot. I like how Spencer Burford was able to pick up the blitzing backer kinda, and I think if Jake Brendel on this play was also able to pick up a backer, Christian McCaffrey would have been able to step up and help both of them potentially, and this wouldn't have just been Brock Purdy getting drilled. And I know the pressure does come from Trent Williams' side, but the importance here, if Brock Purdy had the ability to step up in the pocket, he would have been able to do that and deliver a much cleaner pass. And later on in this game, we would see interior pressure continue to plague this Niners offensive line. Here, Spencer Burford's the culprit, but Jake Brendel also gets beat. And if you ask a quarterback, this is the hardest thing to deal with. You don't have the ability to step up, you have to roll out and try to make an athletic play. And while Brock Purdy has made a ton of these, it's hard to consistently make plays like this. And while a lot of the blame does go on the offensive line, here they're just overpowered, and Brock Purdy doesn't have a clear option where to go with the ball if this is the case. Christian McCaffrey stays in, and if you watch here, there's no option for Brock Purdy to quickly get rid of the ball. Usually you want to throw it towards the blitz, and right here, there's nowhere for Brock Purdy to get rid of the ball. So you guys let me know if you think this is on the offensive line or play design. I don't actually put this sack all on the offensive line though. These next few plays definitely are on the offensive line. Here, Trent Williams just yanks this guy down, and I don't know what he thought he was doing. It's a clear hold, and this just put San Francisco in a bad situation. Purdy made a beautiful pass, but counts for naught. Trent Williams is coming back from injury, so I do think he should return to form. On the other side though, their other tackle, Colt McKivitz, is just struggling this year. Right here, he's just beat with a power rush move, and Purdy gets drilled, similar to that throw we saw in the NFC Championship game. Overall, it's just not a good look. I think maybe Colt McKivitz could have gone a little bit more ready by disengaging with number 91 a little bit quicker. You have help from Spencer Burford as well as Jake Brendel. And on this next play, we see something similar. Jacksonville is running a stunt and focusing on Colt McKivitz. They're really isolating him here. Right here, we'll see 91 and 44 really tried to shoot the exterior edge of Colt McKivitz. What I would like to see here is rather than Colt McKivitz giving up 44, I want to see him stay with 44 and then allow Spencer Burford to pick up the interior guy. I think this is a really tough ask for Spencer Burford. I don't know if the Niners are coached this way. I would doubt it. I think Colt McKivitz probably had responsibility to pick up the outer rush guy here. While everything isn't on Colt McKivitz, like this next play, Brock Purdy could have probably stepped up in the pocket. Overall, throughout this day, I do think he was probably the Niners' weak spot. So in the future, I do want to see maybe Jalen Moore get some opportunities there or another offensive tackle. But while it's easy to only focus on the negatives, I do want to say San Francisco's offensive line looked really good in the run game. Here, for example, everyone knows it's going to Christian McCaffrey, but nonetheless, you can see them pick up a major gain. Also, I want to say Jon Feliciano did a great job filling in, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him stay in there or rotate it in a lot more with Spencer Burford. But these are just my thoughts on the performances of some of the players on San Francisco's offensive line and some question marks I have going forward. And I'd like to hear your thoughts down below. Who would you like to see maybe on the right side, or what's your biggest question mark for this offensive line? And it would also mean a ton to me if you liked and subscribe. And as always, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.